Hello, welcome back to the Football Terrace. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're, of course, going to be covering Chelsea versus Crystal Palace today, but big breaking news in relation to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He could be on his way out of Chelsea in a sensational move to Bayern Munich. This is, for me, huge. This is the player that Chelsea fans have held up as being a generational talent, who Chelsea fans have said is the next big thing in British football. And I'm not denouncing that it could be true. However, why is Frank Lampard and why are Chelsea deliberating and considering a loan move with an option to sell to Bayern Munich? Surely Bayern Munich wanting your guy is every single bit of proof that you need that he is good enough. I want to hear from you, Chelsea fans. I really do. Some of you say he's not going. Some of you say he's going nowhere. Listen, you can say it all you want, but as it stands right now, Bayern Munich have made a new bid to Chelsea for Callum Hudson-Odoi, a loan move until June 2021. With an obligation to buy at the end, still to be discussed, still being discussed with the Chelsea board and with the manager. The player will respect any decision that the club make. That, for me, isn't tantamount to he's staying. You can bury your head in the sand all you want and go, right, I'm going to say he's staying and pray and hope and wish. Callum Hudson-Odoi could be on his way out of Chelsea Football Club. I want to hear from you right about now. We've got Hussein who's phoned into the show here. Hussein, welcome to the Football Terrace. What are you saying, mate?
I'm thinking that Callum Hudson-Odoi in the news, I don't think it's fully true, if you understand what.
So that again, you're not making sense. Yeah, I can hear you. Just keep talking.
Sorry. I thought you couldn't hear me. You said speakers. I'm thinking that the Callum Hudson-Odoi deal wouldn't go through, if you understand what I'm saying. I just really think that it is kind of like in a weird situation. Like Chelsea would want to see what they are offering, and they just want to listen to what they are offering first, if you understand what I'm saying.
Not with respect. No. Like I said, it's up to Bayern are trying to get him. It's up to Chelsea. This is a fact.
Yeah.
But Chelsea are considering it. There hasn't been a point blank flat refusal. No, we don't want to get rid of him. My question to Chelsea fans. Let me just finish. My question to Chelsea fans isn't is he going to leave as such? It's more, why are Chelsea considering selling him if there's no issues? Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, if there's no issues with him, that doesn't make sense to me. That makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever at all. It just makes none. So that's kind of my point there, Hussein. Thank you very, very much for calling in. And that's what I'm saying. I don't understand why Chelsea are looking at the possibility of selling him and not point blank refusing. That's the bit that's confusing to me. Terry Tibbs is on the line. Terry, what you saying, mate?
All right, mate. Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm very well, mate. What do you make of this Chelsea news this morning that Callum Hudson-Odoi could be on his way to Bayern Munich?
Well, I said it to you last time, didn't I? When I was on the show. I think he's absolutely going to be world class. The boy's undoubtedly got abundance of talent. I'd even have him at Liverpool. I think he'd get in the Arsenal side. I think he'd get in the United side. I think he'd get in the Tottenham side. You know, he'd get in any of the sides, barring Man City and us. He'd get in any of those sides in the top 10. And when Bayern Munich come looking at a player like Callum Hudson-Odoi, you know that he's going to be something. I mean, look at Serge Gnabry. Look at the way he's come on leaps and bounds. Look at the way he was at Arsenal, and look at him now. Gnabry's quality. And Bayern Munich would make that boy world class. I think if he goes, Terry, to Bayern Munich, that's a massive, massive, massive blow to Chelsea. Pulisic at the minute is injured. What happens if Ziyech gets an injury again? What happens if Pulisic gets an injury again? Who's going to fill in there? In my opinion, he should be giving Hudson-Odoi more game time. He's quality, mate. I absolutely rate him so
What I
highly.
love so much though is Chelsea fans in the comments are all unilateral. Terry, shut up. He isn't leaving. Read Fabrizio's tweet. I'm just reading Fabrizio's tweet. His tweet says, Bayern Munich new bid for Callum Hudson-Odoi is a loan with an option to buy. Still being discussed by the Chelsea board. The player will accept whatever they decide to do as Lampard counts on him. Chelsea, the point is, one sec, Terry. The point is, Chelsea fans, stop having a go at me because this news exists. Chelsea have not refused it. Chelsea are considering it. Get your heads out of your ass and read the fucking news, you morons. Chelsea are considering it. Answer the question. Why are they considering it? How dumb are you? My God, sorry to rant, but you don't. No, he's not leaving. It's not going to happen. Your board are considering it. Right now, your board are considering it. My question is, why are they not just point blank refusing it? Mad. Mad. Get your head out your ass. Why do you all live in Rainbow Land? Mad. Mad.
What you need to realise is Callum Hudson-Odoi has went down the pecking order massively with the buying of Timo Werner, Ziyech, Shai Havertz. At the end of the day, it's up to Callum Hudson-Odoi if he wants to be there. If he does not want to be at that club, Chelsea will have no option to sell him because he will want out if he puts in a formal transfer request. So these Chelsea fans saying Chelsea won't sell him, Chelsea don't have a choice. It's up to Callum Hudson-Odoi whether he wants to stay and fight for his place or he wants to go to Bayern Munich. And guess what, Chelsea fans? He wanted to go last season, so why wouldn't he want to go now? You're all deluded, the lot of yous.
I find it an absolute madness. Again, I'm not even saying the deal's going to go through. I'm saying the deal's there. What I don't understand, and I want a Chelsea fan to come and answer the question. If he is this generational talent that you say he is, I agree he's very talented. One, why have you brought 3 or 4 players into the squad that will, in my opinion, be starting games in front of him? Your manager now tends not to start him in games where he's needed when you've got all these players out injured. And it's the second time in just over a year that your club's considering selling him. Like, I want you as fans, be angry, but question your board here. We've got Kai coming on. Kai will be honest about this because Kai's a proper Chelsea fan. Kai, what you saying, bro? I'm asking a question here. Why are your club considering again selling Hudson-Odoi? Kai, you coming through? You ain't coming through yet. I've answered it. It'll be added to the call in a minute. Sometimes Skype does that. I just don't get the delusion. And I'm not going to calm down. Like, why the football... It's not just Chelsea fans. It's fans of all clubs. There's a news article out, and it will be... Paul Pogba considers leaving United. Oh, why are United looking at selling him? No, we're not. It's there. The story's there. Speak about the story. Take your head out your ass. Get your head out your ass. These things happen. You know, I had it with Liverpool fans throughout the summer. Oh, you look at when they were looking at signing Werner. Where's he going to play? On the bench. Oh, do you think will anybody be dropped for him? No, we ain't going to drop no one. Okay, well, Thiago's coming in. Where's Thiago going to play? Well, we're going to fit them all in. What, you have 12 players on the pitch? Someone misses out. Tell me, what is wrong with football fans that they can't speak the truth? It's mad. Mad.
Because they can't take criticism of the club and they don't like hearing negative news. It's like you said, you hit the nail on the head with a lot of Liverpool fans. Back in 2014 when Suarez was going, you know, you couldn't speak to a Liverpool fan about it. And I was like, fair play, if he goes to Barcelona, he's going to a better side, he'll probably win more. Do you know what I mean? He's going to be better at Barcelona and he's going to actually win stuff. And I accepted that fact. Do you know what I mean? But there are some fans out there. The news reports say it could turn around and say, you know, Didier Drogba's coming back to Chelsea, he's coming out to retire. You know, there's just always going to be. Hello.
You know, Kai is with us. I get you so much. Kai, listen, I know you're an honest Chelsea fan. I need you to answer these questions for me. Why are Chelsea considering, for the second time in 18 months, selling Callum Hudson-Odoi? Why have they not just point blank refused this deal? By the way, Hudson-Odoi has said that he will go with whatever Chelsea decide to sell him or keep him, but the club are considering it. Why are they doing that, mate?
See, Chelsea board, they do BEP. they do want Odoi to stay, but at the same time, Lampard doesn't want him to stay. Doesn't want to start him. Sorry, doesn't want to start him. Sarri doesn't want to start him. And you need to look at it from the kid's point of view. He wants to play. Those two managers, they just don't think he's good enough. Fans need to realize this. Their boy Lampard, who is all of a sudden loves the youth, doesn't rate Odoi as high as they do. And that's a fact. That's a fact. They just don't want to accept it.
And I get that completely. And do you know what, Kai? Sorry, mate, to interrupt. I understand that Fabrizio has said that Lampard wants to keep him, and I understand that Hudson-Odoi has not asked to leave the football club. That isn't what my point is here. My point is, why is the board considering selling him again? I don't understand that you can have this generational super talent that your board is continually willing to sign. Why is it so hard for so many snowflake Chelsea fans to answer that question without getting angry? It's a madness. David's on the line with us. David, what's going on?
I'm good.
What's going on with this deal? Why are you man thinking of selling Hudson-Odoi again?
I have no idea. I don't get it. Yeah, I know, he might have an attitude problem and he might stink in training, but the kid performs. Whenever he's on the pitch, the kid gets a goal or assist. Literally, I can't think of a game where he hasn't come on and like actually affected it in some way. Even if he doesn't get a goal or assist, at least he's like, occupying defenders. Like you saw it against West Brom when he came on. They're having to double up on him.
Yeah.
So it creates space for the fullback to overlap even more, which is beneficial to the system. So he's on the field, he's performing, and for some reason Frank just doesn't want to play him. And I don't understand. I don't get it myself.
And bruv, and I get that. And I get Frank, that's one element, right? And I think Frank might want to keep him. There's no doubt about that. But does Frank want to play him in his first team? Again, I'm not trying to cause problem. I'm not causing any problems to Chelsea. Chelsea Football Club have no idea who I am. My view is this. You don't go out and... You bought in Pulisic, yes, but with the players you've gone out and bought in the market, and the fact that a lot of Chelsea fans also keep telling me that Werner's going to continue to play out wide.
Gosh.
But you get my point. That's another wide player in those positions because he wants to play Tammy through the middle. It limits Hudson-Odoi further. And I sort of sit there and think to myself... Why are they considering it again? And that's all I'm asking. I personally don't think it's going to happen. For what it's worth, I don't think it will go through. I'm just very, 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 very confused indeed. But listen,
my gosh, you won't believe it. He's starting.
Wow, I was about to say, is he in a starting lineup? There we go.
Yeah, he's starting
So
today.
that's good. We're about to move across to our watch along now. Anyway, everyone who's tuned into this short broadcast, thank you very, very much as always. We'll be back in a few minutes for the watch along. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. We'll